Debating Challenge, Book 2. Published and copyrighted by WorldCom Education. All rights reserved.
Unit 1. Is homework helpful? Students go to school to learn. Then they go home and do their homework. Teachers give homework because that is how people have learned for a long time. Should we stop giving students work to do at home? Some people say that students should do their homework. First, homework is helpful. Students learn many things each week, but they often forget what they learn. Doing homework gives students a chance to review what they learn. Second, students can actually learn more at home. Children can do their own research and improve their knowledge. Also, they will become more independent learners. This is an important skill. Other people say that schools should stop giving homework to students. First, students already study a lot. They go to school for many hours each day. So, when they are at home, they should do something fun and active. This will help them to feel happier. Second, teachers usually give easy homework to their students. Doing easy homework is not helpful because students don't learn anything.
Supporting opinion. Teachers should give homework to their students. First, homework improves students' learning. Class time is too short to learn many things. However, at home, students have time to memorize facts. This will help them to get good scores on their tests. Second, homework can teach students how to organize their time. They can learn to focus on their work. Learning to use time well will really help students when they try to get a job.
Opposing opinion. Giving homework to students is a very bad idea. First, homework puts stress on children. They worry about not having enough time. They also worry about not being able to do their homework. Children don't need to have this kind of stress. Second, homework stops students from learning other skills. Children should play sports and make friends. These activities can teach children important social skills. They cannot learn these skills by sitting alone at home.
Unit 2. Internet shopping is the future. In the past, we went to stores to buy things we needed. These days, however, we can either go shopping or use the internet. More and more people are choosing to use the internet to buy things. Is this better than going shopping? Some people say that it is better to use the internet to buy products. First, it is much more convenient. Customers can buy any product that they want 24 hours a day. Second, people can save time. This is because they don't have to prepare to go out and travel. They don't need to walk around the stores. They can just use their computers or smartphones to buy the products that they want. Other people say that going shopping is better than using the internet. First, when people go shopping, they can touch and try the products. As a result, they will be happy with the things they buy. Second, going shopping is a lot of fun. Families and friends can meet and look around the stores. They can also eat nice food or stop at a cafe. This is much better than sitting at home all day.
Supporting opinion. The best way to buy products is by using the Internet. First, websites are usually much cheaper than stores. In addition, they often give a free gift. On the other hand, stores are expensive. We usually need to pay money to travel to the stores. Second, the Internet gives us more choice. Shoppers can look at many different websites in Korea and other countries. As a result, Internet shoppers can choose from thousands of different products.
Opposing opinion. Shopping on the Internet may be fun, but going to real stores is much better. First, it is much faster than shopping on the Internet. If we need to buy something, we can buy it right away at a store. If we buy it on the Internet, we need to wait more than a day. Second, if we go to shopping malls or department stores, we know that we are buying real products. We are not buying false products. When we shop on the Internet, we don't know if we are buying real products.
Unit 3. All students should have work experience. In many countries, middle school students have work experience for 1 or 2 weeks. They work at companies or other businesses. This experience can be very helpful. Should all Korean middle school students have work experience too? Some people say that students should have work experience. First, they can find out what it is like to work in a real job. If workers don't do their jobs well, they will get in a lot of trouble. They may be fired. Students need to learn about this. Second, students can try a job that they want to have. After they experience the job, they can decide whether they really want to have that job. If they don't like the job, they can think about getting a different job. Other people say that work experience is not useful for middle school students. First, work experience is too short. They cannot learn much in 1 or 2 weeks. Therefore, it is better for them to stay in school and study. Second, companies don't let students do important work. This is because the students may make errors. As a result, students on work experience usually waste their time doing simple jobs. They may make coffee or photocopy documents.
Supporting opinion. Korean middle school students should have work experience. First, students can learn more about working in companies. They can learn about particular jobs. They can also learn important skills, such as how to organize their work. Second, work experience can help students to get jobs when they are older. This is because a company always needs workers. If they like a student's work, the business can offer a job to that student.
Opposing opinion. Korean middle school students do not need work experience. First, middle school students are young teenagers. They are too young to work with adults at a real company. Students are still learning and make many errors. Students will be worried about making mistakes during their work experience. Second, students don't learn any new or important skills. Companies will not spend a lot of time and money training students. This is because the students will go back to school in 1 or 2 weeks.
Unit 4. Internet cafes. Good fun or dangerous? Korean children love to play computer games. There are thousands of internet cafes across Korea. Many children go to these internet cafes to have fun. But are they putting themselves in danger by spending time in these places? Some people say that going to internet cafes is just good fun. First, internet cafes are very cheap. Children can spend several hours playing their favorite games for very little money. If they want to do other activities, such as skiing, they need to spend a lot of money. Second, internet cafes are great places to meet friends and play together. In Korea, it is often too hot or too cold to be outside. However, internet cafes are always at the perfect temperature. So, they are very comfortable places. Other people say that internet cafes are dangerous. First, children can use the internet freely. This is a problem because the internet contains many bad things. These things are not helpful to children. Some of them may put the children in danger. Second, children spend too much time playing computer games. This is a serious problem because the children cannot do other healthy activities.
Supporting opinion. Internet cafes are great places for children to have fun. First, internet cafes are very comfortable. Customers can sit in soft chairs and use new computers. Because of this, internet cafes are excellent places to spend free time. Second, children can make new friends when they visit internet cafes. It is easy to become friends when you meet someone who has the same hobby as you. Making good friends is very positive.
Opposing opinion. Children should not go to internet cafes to play computer games. First, the internet cafe is unhealthy. It is very dark. This is bad for children's eyesight. Also, many adults continue to smoke in internet cafes. They do not care about the health of young children. Second, children spend too much money while playing games. They pay to use the computer and to buy snacks and soft drinks. After playing for a few hours, children will have spent too much money.
Unit 5. One global language. Different countries have different languages. As a result, it is hard to understand people from different nations. If we use only one language, will the world be a better place to live? Some people say that all countries should use one language. First, we can easily communicate with anybody. As a result, we can learn about other people's lives. When we understand each other well, we can help each other. This may stop us from fighting wars. Second, we can travel anywhere in the world and feel comfortable. We sometimes feel scared when we travel to a country that speaks a different language. Such things will not happen if all countries use one common language. Other people say that we should not have a common language. First, the native speakers of a common language will have an advantage. If we choose Chinese as our common language, the Chinese people will be more successful than others. Second, most of the world's languages will die out. This is already happening because many people want to learn English. Losing even more languages will be terrible.
Supporting opinion. The world needs to have one common language. First, all the people in the world can communicate with each other. That will be great because we can learn about each other's lives and cultures. Second, the world will be richer. This is because companies from all over the world can work together. At the moment, many companies cannot trade because they are unable to communicate well. More trade will mean more jobs for everyone.
Opposing opinion. I strongly disagree with the idea of a global language. First, most people do not want a global language. They will be very unhappy if they cannot use their own language. In fact, the idea of a global language will fail. This is because people will continue to use their own native languages. Second, we don't need a global language. Only a few people communicate with individuals and companies from other countries. Most people only need their own language to be successful.
Unit 6. Computer-graded essays. Students write essays to show their understanding of a subject. Some essays are very long, and they take a long time to write. Then, teachers need to spend many hours grading the essays. Will computer-graded essays help everyone? Some people say that using computers to grade essays is much better. First, computers can grade essays very quickly. In fact, computers can grade thousands of essays in a few seconds. As a result, students will get their grades and feedback right away. Second, students can write more essays. At the moment, teachers only give a few essays to students. This is because they don't have time to grade lots of writing. If teachers use computers to grade essays, students will benefit by doing more writing. Other people say that we should not use computers to grade essays. First, computers cannot grade as well as humans. Computers cannot decide if the student's ideas are strong or weak. As a result, computers often give essays the wrong score. Second, students can learn how to get a high score. All they need to do is write very long sentences and paragraphs. They also need to use difficult words. But this is not why we write essays.
Supporting opinion. Using computers to grade essays is an excellent idea. First, teaching will improve. At the moment, teachers spend many hours grading essays and giving feedback. If they don't need to do that, they can spend more time preparing for classes. Then their classes will become more interesting. Second, students will get quick feedback. As a result, they can rewrite their essays and submit them again. Students will get higher grades and learn more.
Opposing opinion. Computer-graded essays are a bad idea. First, computers only look at the number of words and the vocabulary the students use. The most important thing in an essay is that students show their understanding. We don't always need to use long sentences and difficult words. Second, computers don't know if the student's information is correct. If a student writes an essay with excellent grammar, but all the facts are wrong, he or she will still get a very high score. This does not help anyone.
Unit 7. Children's Privacy. All people, including children, have secrets that they want to keep private. But children often have no privacy. This is because their parents always want to know everything that they are doing. Are the parents doing the right thing? Some people say that it is important for children to have privacy. Parents think they are protecting their children by knowing all their secrets. But they are wrong. Children learn by making mistakes. Therefore, parents should give their children more freedom to learn from their errors. Another problem is that children with no privacy feel very unhappy. Nobody likes to be watched all the time. As a result, overprotective parents and their children usually have bad relationships. Other people say that children's privacy is a bad thing. Too many things, such as cell phones and the internet, can cause children to get into trouble. Therefore, parents need to check their children's phones and computers all the time. In addition, parents should be able to check what their children are doing. This is because they are responsible for their children. Parents need to know that their children are doing their homework, sleeping well, and not getting into trouble.
Supporting opinion. I believe that all children should have privacy. One reason is that young people need to have freedom to make mistakes. We can learn a lot by doing something wrong. Our parents cannot protect us forever. We need to learn to take care of ourselves. Another reason is that children with no privacy are unhappy. Everybody has secrets that they do not want to share. If parents keep trying to find out what their children are doing, the relationship between the children and their parents will be terrible.
Opposing opinion. Children should not have privacy. To begin with, parents need to protect their children from bad people, such as bullies. Parents need to know everything about their children if they want to keep them safe. They need to check their children's messages and emails to protect their children. In addition, parents should make sure that their children are not doing anything bad. We learn from our mistakes, but sometimes children do some very bad things. This is because they do not always understand what they are doing.
Unit 8. Asking for advice. As children and teenagers get older, they need to think about education, jobs, and relationships. They have choices to make. So, they need advice. Should they ask their parents or should they ask their friends? Some people say that young people should always ask their parents for advice. One reason is that parents are older and have more experience. Parents are more likely to know the solution to their children's problems. This is because they had similar questions when they were younger. Another reason is that parents will give the most truthful advice. This is because they love and care for their children. Parents really don't want to see their children upset. Other people say that young people should ask their friends for advice. Young people spend a lot of time together at school and in their free time. As a result, they know each other really well. Therefore, they can give the most suitable advice. Another reason is that friends will be a similar age and understand things much better than parents. Parents don't understand their teenage children because the world has changed a lot since they were young.
Supporting opinion. The best people to ask for advice are parents. One reason is that parents will always give the best advice for their children. Parents love their children, so they will give them advice that is honest and truthful. Friends don't always do this because they worry it may end their friendship. Another reason is that parents understand their children's thinking and personality. This is because they have taken care of them since they were born. It is a bad idea to ask advice from a friend you have known for a short time.
Opposing opinion. If a young person needs advice, the smartest thing to do is to ask his or her friends. Good friends can talk about any problem and find a solution together. That is not possible with parents. This is because they always think that their advice is correct. The parents may get angry talking about some topics. In addition, young people spend a lot of time together. As a result, they understand how their friend is feeling at that moment. Parents cannot understand their children so well because they are too busy doing other things.
Unit 9. Closing stores on Sundays. We can go shopping 7 days a week, and some stores are even open 24 hours a day. This may be very convenient, but closing stores on Sundays may improve our society. Some people say that there are many benefits of closing stores on Sundays. One advantage is that families will spend more time together. If families don't go shopping, they can do fun activities. They can go to the park or just talk to each other. Another advantage is that families can save money. When people go shopping, they usually purchase things that they don't need. Therefore, if stores are closed on Sundays, families will not waste their money. Other people say that it is not a good idea to close stores on Sundays. One problem is that most people only have time to go shopping on Sundays. This is because they work from Monday through Friday. Some people even work on Saturdays too. Another disadvantage is that many individuals will lose their part-time jobs. For example, high school and university students often work on Sundays to earn money. They cannot work during the week because they need to study.
Supporting opinion. All stores must be closed on Sundays. To begin with, people will spend less money. These days, people in our society buy things that they don't really need. In fact, some shoppers purchase so many items that they do not have enough money to pay for other important things, such as bills. In addition, if stores close on Sundays, the store workers can spend time with their families and friends. We spend too much time working or traveling to our jobs. It is important that we have enough time to relax with people we care about.
Opposing opinion. It is not a good idea to close stores on Sundays. The first reason is that in our society, people should be allowed to go shopping whenever they want. If they want to go shopping on Sundays, they should be free to do that. Stores will close on Sundays if there are no customers. The second reason is that shopping on a Sunday is a great time for families to be together. On Sundays, families are usually relaxed. As a result, they can take their time walking around the stores and chatting with each other. They may also sit down and relax by eating ice cream or having drinks. That is great family time.
Unit 10. Should school sports be optional? At school, children have to learn subjects such as Korean, math, science, English, and physical education. Students will always need Korean, and many will need English for jobs. But do we really need physical education class? Should students be allowed to choose if they want to do PE? Some people say that school sports should be optional. Some students are bad at sports and worry so much about PE. They even don't want to go to school. Students who feel like this should be allowed to study a different subject. Another reason why school sports should be optional is that students feel tired. PE class is hard. Some students feel exhausted after sports class. As a result, they cannot concentrate on other lessons at school. Other people say that every student should do PE. Sports class is an important lesson. One benefit is that it helps us to be healthy. Many children around the world are becoming obese. This is because they sit down for too long and eat unhealthy snacks. PE class can help keep them in shape. Another benefit is that students learn many important skills. They learn about teamwork and communication. They learn not to quit. These are useful life skills.
Supporting opinion. Students should be allowed to choose if they want to have physical education class. One reason is that sports do not help people to get into good universities or get good jobs. Students should use the time to study really important subjects. Another reason is that some students are very bad at playing sports. Even though they try really hard, they feel bad because they make mistakes or always lose. This is very embarrassing for the students. It will be much better if students can study something that they enjoy.
Opposing opinion. Every student has to do physical education. To begin with, PE class helps students to be healthy and fit. Students who are in shape have less stress and can study for longer. As a result, their school scores can improve. Another great thing about sports class is that we learn many skills that we can use all the time. Sports teach us leadership, communication, and many other things. These are skills that can help people to get good jobs.
Unit 11. Live alone or with other people? When you come home, do you like to be the only person there? Or do you enjoy having other people around you? We can choose to live alone or share a home with other people. Which choice do you prefer? Some people say that having a home that you do not share is an excellent way to live. A great benefit of living alone is that your home will be quiet. After studying or working hard all day, people just want to relax. They don't want other individuals to bother them. This is possible if a person lives alone. Another advantage is that you can do anything that you want in your home. You can listen to music, watch TV, or take a nap because no one will interrupt you. Other people say that sharing a home with other people is better than living alone. People who live in the same home will not be lonely because there will always be someone to talk to or play with. This helps people not to become lonely or depressed. In addition, people who live together have fewer chores to do. This is because everybody can do some housework. As a result, people who share a home will have more free time.
Supporting opinion. It is much better to live alone. The first reason is that it is less stressful. People who live on their own will never have an argument. They can eat what they want. They can also come home when they want to. Nobody gets angry with them. The second reason is that people living alone can control how they organize their homes. They can choose the furniture, the colors, and even the type of home. As a result, people who live alone will have a home that is perfect for them.
Opposing opinion. Sharing a home with other people is a much better way to live. To begin with, it is much cheaper to share a house or apartment. This is because we can share the costs of rent, gas, and water with other people. As a result, people who share will have more money to save. They will also have more money to spend on things that they need. In addition, there will always be somebody who can help. Sometimes we need help if we get hurt or need to fix something. It is good to know that we will not be alone.
Unit 12. School field trips are great. Teachers take their students on a field trip every semester. This is a tradition that has happened for a long time. However, many parents and teachers doubt if class trips are a good idea. Some people say that there are good reasons to continue going on school field trips. One reason is that they are a great experience. Students get to leave school for a day or even longer. And they visit a new place they may see in a book. Another reason is that students and teachers can spend more time together. This is good because they can talk and learn more about each other. A class where students are good friends is a great place to learn. Other people say that there are many problems with field trips. One reason is that students don't usually learn much. This is because they often go to amusement parks or movie theaters. This is a waste of a school day. Instead, students can learn subjects like math or science. Another reason is that field trips are usually expensive. Schools sometimes fund the trip, but parents usually have to pay. These days, parents don't have a lot of extra money to pay for a trip that is not important.
Supporting opinion. Schools must continue taking students on field trips. The first reason is that students can learn and remember so many things from a field trip. They can learn not only about subjects such as science and art, but also about our society. The second reason is that field trips are a great way to get students to study hard during the semester. This is because teachers will reward their class with a great trip. Therefore, the students will study hard and also have a little bit of fun, too.
Opposing opinion. Field trips are an old idea, and we need to stop them. One important reason is that these trips are a waste of time. Teachers need to spend many hours organizing the trip instead of planning their lessons. And students need to have a few days away from school. Another reason is that field trips are dangerous. Many accidents can happen when teachers and students travel to new places. Large groups of children should stay in their school because it is much safer.
Unit 13. More tourists in South Korea. Over 10 million people visit South Korea every year, and this number is growing. All these tourists visiting the country may sound wonderful, but will it cause problems? Some people say that drawing more tourists to Korea is a great thing. When people go on vacation, they spend a lot of money. Tourists spend money on hotels, food, and sightseeing. All this money helps to make Korea richer. Another benefit of more tourists is that Koreans will construct many great things. They will build new hotels, resorts, roads, and train networks for tourists and Korean residents to use. As a result, visitors will have a great time. At the same time, Korean residents will have a higher quality of life. Other people say that drawing more people to Korea causes problems. One reason is that everything becomes more expensive. The price of transportation, restaurants, and hotels will increase because many people want to use them. This is a big problem for people who live in Korea because they will have less money. Another problem is that tourists may pollute the environment. They may ruin beautiful beaches and national parks.
Supporting opinion. More tourists visiting South Korea will be really great for the country. A big benefit of more visitors is that there will be more jobs for people who live in Korea. This is great because the workers will spend their money in Korea. And this will help to create more jobs. In addition, Korea will become more famous. Visitors will learn more about Korea, its history, food, and culture. When these people go home, they will tell their friends and family about the things they have learned in South Korea.
Opposing opinion. More people visiting Korea will cause many problems. One problem is that local people will become angry with tourists. This is because their towns and cities will change too much. People will build many things so that tourists visit and spend money. Another problem is that many things such as housing, food, and transportation will become more expensive. This is a big problem for Korean residents. They may even need to move because living in an area popular with tourists is just too expensive.
Unit 14. Reading newspapers and watching the news. Our world is a busy place, and many important things are happening all the time. Many students say that they don't have time to read or watch the news. Maybe we should introduce a class about the news in schools. Some people say that the introduction of a news class in school is necessary. Students are adolescents, but they need to know what is happening in the world. Many events can change the lives of students. Therefore, it is important that they have a chance to read, learn, and discuss what is happening. Another advantage is that students can learn many skills in this class. They will improve their reading, listening, vocabulary, and thinking skills. These are the skills that employers want. Other people say that a class about the news is unnecessary in school. One reason is that the news changes so much. As a result, the news events that students studied a week ago will become useless quickly. This is a waste of students' time. Another problem is that the news stories may be scary for young people. News about war can worry children and teenagers. Students have many things to do, and they don't need any more stress.
Supporting opinion. Students should study the news in school. One reason is that everybody, including young people, needs to know what is happening in the world. Students who watch or read the news can understand our world. Another benefit is that students can learn skills that will help them to be successful. When a teacher discusses the news with his or her class, the students can learn general knowledge. They also learn to think about what is right and what is wrong.
Opposing opinion. It is not a good idea for students to study the news in school. First, students have so many subjects to learn. Adding one more subject does not help the students. Adolescents need to get good scores in subjects like Korean, math, English, and science. The news is not important. Second, almost all news stories are about bad things. Young people don't need to know about horrible stories. They are young and should be happy.
Unit 15. Working at home. Going to work 5 or 6 days a week is tiring. These days, however, technology has really improved. As a result, we can do all our work at home. More and more people are working from home, but is it a good way to work? Some people say that working from home is an excellent idea. One reason is that workers don't have to commute to work every day. As a result, people will have more time to work or do other activities. Another benefit is that people who work at home are much happier. They can work in any room that they like. They can eat snacks and they don't have to sit next to annoying coworkers. Other people say that working from home has problems. One problem is that people may not be motivated to work if their bosses cannot see what they are doing. At home, there are too many fun things to do, such as watching television, playing computer games, or just surfing the internet. Another problem is that workers who stay at home cannot easily meet other workers to discuss work. This means that workers will not carry out their assignments very well.
Supporting opinion. More people should work from home. This is because it will help to make our environment cleaner. Most people drive their cars to work. Cars cause a lot of pollution. Therefore, fewer cars on the road will improve our environment. Another advantage is that workers will be less tired. They will be healthier and happier. These workers will do more work each day. As a result, their companies will be more successful. The workers will not get sick or stressed.
Opposing opinion. It is not a good idea for people to work at home. Workers may enjoy being at home for a short time, but they get bored very quickly. A bored person will not be a good worker. Therefore, it is much better for workers to work in an office together. In the office, many exciting things happen every day. In addition, it is hard to concentrate when working at home. Workers will think about things they need to do, such as the laundry. It is much easier to concentrate on work in an office.
Unit 16. Do sports stars earn too much money? People often think about how much money sports stars earn each year. Many people are shocked when they learn how much sports stars are paid. They think it is too high. Are they correct? The majority of people think that sports stars' pay is excessive. In other words, most people believe that sports stars earn too much money. One reason is that sports are not important. They are just games. Fans may be upset if their favorite team loses, but nothing bad will happen to anyone. Another reason is that sports stars don't really help to make our society better. Police officers, doctors, and teachers do very important jobs that help everybody. But they are paid much less than athletes. There are some people who believe that athletes are not paid too much. To begin with, Sports stars have exceptional skills. In other words, they have very good skills. They can play sports better than ordinary people. Anybody with amazing skills earns a lot of money. Another important reason is that sports stars have very short careers. They need to earn a lot of money before they retire. Many athletes don't have much education. Therefore, they cannot get good jobs when they finish playing sports.
Supporting opinion. Sports stars are paid too much money. One reason is that anybody can play sports. There are many ordinary people who can play sports very well. These people can play sports for free. Another reason is that sports stars don't work much. They train for a couple of hours a day and then they go home to relax. It is not fair when other people work many hours each day and don't get paid much.
Opposing opinion. Athletes should be paid a lot of money. To begin with, sports stars make people happy all over the world. These fans buy tickets and other items from their favorite teams. These teams make a lot of money. As a result, the players should be paid a lot of money for their hard work. In addition, many athletes only earn a lot of money if they are successful. They need to work very hard. They have to beat the best players in the world. They deserve their high pay.
Hit the like and subscribe buttons for more videos. Thank you for listening.